there's an in of course in if you could see her through my eyes, there's this line about Leben. I don't know what the German is. Live and let live. Basically,
Yeah.
what's the
Yeah,
words?
leben und leben lassen. Yeah.
And when you say it, and when I saw the performance over the weekend, the audience applauded, which I'd never heard before. That was new, and I think that was a reflection of, I think, a sympathy and empathy with your character and how you portray it. And then, of course, and this has been commented on, Adam, and I know that this happens occasionally. Then my audience on that last line. She wouldn't look Jewish at all. I'm Jewish, and the audience. There were giggles. There were a lot of giggles, and you very movingly, because I started crying. You said no. Listen to the words. This is not funny. And I thought, and someone yelled back, "You're right."
Oh yeah, that was that show. I remember that show. Yeah.
And I was because I was like, I got teary. It felt like you were standing up for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's like I never want to try to come off preachy in this role because I don't necessarily think that's what it's for. But the whole show exists to teach us something. It's so that you walk away and you understand something different about a group of people's experience. And I think apathy is a toxic energy, and I think it's something that we're noticing a lot of as a coping mechanism. People, and myself included in moments, I find myself with everything going in the world kind of wanting to bury my head in the sand because it's just easier to pretend like everything's fine. And that theme exists in the show as well. I mean, Sally says it herself. She's kind of like, or Cliff says it to her in a scene in Act 2 where he's just trying to make jokes and make light of everything, and he's going, "Hey, are you ever serious about anything? Like, if you're not against this, you're for it." And I think there's so many little key moments, especially in Act 2, that are real takeaway moments. And I think, if you could see her as sort of sandwiched in two very powerful scenes. And so I get sometimes a little disappointed if people haven't picked up on what we're laying down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think. And that's not me, Adam, the actor, getting disappointed, but it's the MC being disappointed. He's dealing with the reality that all the things that he loves, his livelihood, his friends, his community, everything is at stake. Everything is at risk. And he's heartbroken and he's really scared.
But what's interesting to you about working in that different form? Like what are some of the things that you find are maybe a little harder? Because, you can't tell a story in a 3 or 4 minute song. Or
what's so funny is so much of pop music is about being cool. Like that's kind of what it is, whether we like it or not. Like it's either a great, brilliantly written, once in every 5 years ballad, or it's like, I'm cool. So I think with musical theater, I think the brilliance is that because the goal of the music is to tell a story, it alleviates you from the goal of the music being, recognize how cool I am.
Oh, interesting.
Do you know what I mean? So I think, or either how cool I am or how hot I am or how angsty I am. I think pop music, a lot of it has to do with just sort of supporting a brand now. I think with the freedom that comes with detaching that from the songwriting and getting to write somebody else's feelings, somebody else's story as an observer, that's been really cool.